Well, here it is, the $500 hauler. Let's check it out. It's about half of a foot in there, in the ground. Missing a wheel, which is in the back, with a lot of water and trash. This thing has a Tommy lift gate on the back. Last registered in January of 2013, sorry. The F250 7.3 IDI non-turbo with a 5-speed and obviously 4x4. There's the diesel. So has been sitting here since 2013. So the tires on it are from, I believe, 02. The 18th week of 2002 is when these were built. And he had a, looks like a tread separation on that one right there, which is why it was parked. The gentleman who owned this passed away back in February, and I put a sign on it man, I think like 4 weeks ago, and thinking that maybe seeing if the family wanted to sell it, not knowing that he had passed. I just thought he would get the note, but the family did, and the family reached out to me and said, yep, they want to get it out of here and they want to sell the house too. So I might have to put an offer in on that, but for right now, this is the project. So let's see if we can get a good spot here. I forgot my tripod, of course, so the only one I have is this little handheld. So we'll see if I can make it work. Boom. So definitely got some water in it. So here's what we got. 7.3, and what I liked when I looked at it last time was it does have a rebuilt engine from Dealer Diesels, I believe it is, which is no longer in business, but I know it has it was rebuilt at one time. There's also a tag right there as well. So I'm gonna take these batteries out today and maybe check on the air cleaner, make sure there's no rodents in it, since it's been sitting here so long. And then I'm going to check all the fluids, top anything off, and hopefully I can maybe get it to fire up today. So we'll see. Man, this has some moisture in the tool bag. It's just gonna come off. That one's not. That one's just going to spin. I'm going to put some gloves on since I'm dealing with some battery acid and stuff. So it's gonna be a quick trip. I gotta go back. Might have to go back to work. Yes, the guy left all the lug nuts when he took off the wheel and tire years ago. Left it on the spring, so it's perfect perfect spot for him. Sticker on the batteries is 411, so they are, what is that, 13 years old. When I checked out the interior, when the day I was checking out the truck, keys were in the ignition and the ignition was on, so these are completely drained. Oh, he even still has the clamps on them. Awesome. To get to the battery, I'm going to have to take part of the battery cable off just to get to the bolt for the air intake. It's sitting up there. Let's see here, 9:30 seconds. That's going to work. 30 seconds isn't going to work. That's not going to work. 5/16. That rack off to get out of the way. And maybe I can get the oh, still had the plug and I didn't even see the original fastener. I didn't even see that. Man, this is in incredibly great shape. It's not rotted from heat. It does have some bugs on the bottom. Battery cables don't look bad, but the ends are pretty bad, so I'll have to possibly maybe replace the bolts and possibly the ends. They're not swollen from like acid buildup, or they're not split on this side. On this side, maybe one started to split and he wrapped it in tape, and the other one that goes from here over to the driver's side is starting to split and it's corroded pretty good. Negative looks good. We had a lot of rain yesterday, so there's some water sitting on top of the air cleaner, so I'm definitely gonna want to get that off of there, and hopefully, just hopefully, of course, just hopefully none of that got down in the intake. All this thing's been sitting here for 11 years. So the bolts that are the nuts and bolts that are on the battery cables have rotted from acid and have rotted away, so they're not a true size. I have a 13 millimeter, I have a 12 millimeter, I have a 7/16 and a half inch, and right now 12 millimeters working the best. This is a 1989, built in November of 88. And I will show you the interior in a little bit. It's going to definitely need some cleaning. I don't know if I'm going to keep this truck at this point. My brother needs a truck, so I might be giving him a good deal on a pickup. Here we go. Right now, fun part. Of course, I think those are 8 millimeters. And of course I have the 8 millimeter, but I do not have an extension. So I think I'm gonna have to, I might have to adapt something. There we go.
These batteries are brand new. Almost maybe not even 2 years old when this truck started. Was parked. There's a nice, this is a 1 acre lot, backed up to a storage unit facility on the side here, and then another 1 acre lot behind it, and a school about a block down right on the corner, and probably one of the second best schools in the Village, Montana area. Definitely a lot of debris from sitting, leaves and dirt and everything. My goal today was to see if I can get it to even turn over. I do have a breaker bar, and you have a towel, get some rags to soak up in this water. So I'm going to get the air cleaner off. Look down inside there. Ooh, sounded good. That seal. Feel that bolt, man. There's definitely a seal there, which is good. Definitely got some oil in it, so I'm thinking that's a good sign right there. It's definitely a good sign. Air cleaner's in the place. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I see a little bit of oil in the intake, so it's definitely clean in there. So I'm going to pop that back out in place after I put this back in. dealer's diesel, 7.3. I wonder if this guy hasn't, if the grandson has any paperwork on it. There's no pressure on the fuel system, so. A lot of moisture and rust. When I say rust, probably the moisture's probably from the rain last couple days, and the rust is from the batteries. These are 2 batteries I had already, so I don't know if they're gonna. I had them on the charger. I don't know if they're gonna do good for me. But we'll find out. I meant to go to Harbor Freight and grab me a new battery cleaner, and I forgot. So.
Got power. Well, it cranks over just with a little bit of juice I had left in those batteries. Definitely going to I'm gonna take off the fuel filter, see what I got in it, see if there's any fuel in it. I'm sure it's probably there's probably some nasty stuff in there, and I have a spare. I forgot my diesel can, so I didn't actually bring any diesel with me, so that kind of sucks. And of course the glow plug controller is all the way back there in the back, so it's not easy to disconnect if I wanted to start it on a little ether, but that possibly could happen. So now that it cranks over, let's see if there's any pressure in the a little bit of pressure in the system, so maybe glow plug controller was clicking pretty good, so I'm sure there's probably possibly a dead glow plug in there. Let's man, I feel like I'm gonna leave it off for right now and just shut the door, because the keys and ignition beeper worked, and the dome light's on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my jack out of the car and jack up the rear end and see if I can get a tire on it. The ground's not too soft because I did not bring anything to put underneath the jack. like concrete slab there, or concrete walkway right next to the truck here. Have a spare rim back here in the back, as well as he had it on a block. So